Welcome out there in internet land. It is Straight Outta Austin, episode 49. Or 49, 94.
49?
Yeah, we're taking it back old school, all right? We're going to rewrite all the wrong
49?
Yeah, we're
shit.
I hate that. This is already starting out so good. Oh, man. Well, as you can see, we're Bobby Beetleless. He is, I don't know what ailment has taken a hold of him, but he's sick, and he has no voice. So, unfortunately, having no voice on a podcast is very detrimental to the podcast. So he's resting up, and by resting up, he's probably playing video games right now, enjoying his sick day, also probably from work. So,
probably. So,
yeah, we wish him a speedy recovery. Also, speaking of speedy, Fuzzy Slippers at some point should be joining us. He is now on the road, I'm assuming caught up in that good old Mopac traffic. But
he's coming all the way from Hutto.
Yeah.
So he'll be here by the time we're done.
He's coming here from Hippo Country.
It is Hippo Country, isn't it?
Yeah. Like, that's all I associate Hutto with. Like, I don't know if they actually have real hippos there. Maybe they have, like, a zoo. But I think like the mascot for their high school or something is a hippo. Something like I don't know. I don't know why people live in Hutto. Well, it's cheap, I guess, and has hippos. There's a side note about hippos. I don't care what the cartoons tell you because they always have these happy and smiling hippos. Hippos are not to be trifled with. Hippos are the most aggressive.
They're like the bears
animal.
of Africa.
Yeah. But they're like even a bear's like, no, I'm not messing with a hippo. I'm going to go eat this honey, be in peace, not fucking with hippos. I watched this documentary on hippos just to learn about their
pretty
viciousness.
epic creatures.
Like I just remember it was like a mother who gives birth to her baby hippos, and it's like has these little hippos looking all cute swimming in the water,
baby hippo.
And it's like the male hippos see a competitor and they don't want it, and it just shows like this big ass hippo swimming after this little hippo.
Oh my god!
Yeah, it's like the male hippos will take out anything that it sees as a threat to its to its reign, and then it just like bites this fucking hippo in the throat and just kills it like the baby hippo.
Oh my god!
It's like the hippo is not to be fucked with. I was like, wow. It's like, yeah, that they never showed that in the Disney movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hippos, don't fuck with hippos.
Yeah. Don't even get close to them.
They're
very territorial,
yeah,
too.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I think that's what it is. They're the most territorial animal, I think. And that's the thing, too. Even, like, I don't remember. I always forget which one lives in what area, but let's say alligators. Alligators don't mess with hippos.
They're everywhere.
But, like, no, but hippos, like, an alligator will not mess with a hippo. Like, a hippo literally will just, like, bite an alligator in half.
Oh, yeah.
That's how epic a hippo is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, let there be a lesson, folks. When you take your kids to the zoo, avoid the hippo rides.
They're very territorial.
Yeah.
It'll make your kids very territorial.
It's like, while it will have a lasting memory and impression on you, it might not be the one you had in mind. So yeah, so as we hope that Fuzzy Slippers will survive his journey from Hippo Country, in the meantime, you have your host here, Prometheus, and
Agamemnon.
And we'd just like to remind you to check out Punching the Walls Reality. This is the site we are broadcasting from. If you want to check out our other podcast, Save File Corrupted. Also, we've just posted an interview with Justin Pyatt of Unlikely Heroes Studios.
That's right.
He's the writer of the comic book Super, which is a super comic book.
Saw what you did there.
But no, it's really good. It's really funny. It just feels so fresh. You read it and you're like, oh man, this is like, it's like when you first started reading comics, unless you just now started like yesterday or as you're listening to this podcast. It's like that feeling you get where like, oh man, these characters are so fun. Oh, the story's original. Where is it going?
Yeah.
Well, you it's like you just feel just really energized and you really want to know where it's going. It's not like, I had brought this up on the interview, the Battle of the Atom is the new X-Men crossover event for this year. And it's just like there's all this continuity, all these contradictions, literally for Iceman.
And no actual, like, villain.
Well, there was a villain, the X-Men from the future. Well, hold on.
We're technically the villains.
There are two X-Men from the future.
Yeah.
One was a villain. One were, like, the new Brotherhood. Oh, spoilers, sorry. Blew the huge reveal. One ended up being, like, the new Brotherhood of Evil Mutants, and the other one were the actual X-Men that later came on. So, I don't know. I could go on a whole tangent about that. Yeah. But my point is, they have a really good comic. You should definitely check it out. I love it. And just to tell you, the Battle of the Atom was 10 issues long. I read 9 out of 10. One I'm still trying to track down. But my point is, it was 10 issues of nothing. And these are supposedly the best creators in the industry that Marvel has at their disposal. And that's the best that they come up with. I read 1 issue of Super, and I'm I am infinitely more satisfied than reading that.
Not to mention
series.
the first issue is a 52-page issue.
Yeah.
So it almost goes like the manga route, where it's hey, the first issue is 50 pages long, and then all the rest after that are the basic 23, 25. Just one thing, what I want to say is when you're reading new comic books, I mean, there's a lot of really good, interesting one. There's Death Sentence that I read. I read recently.
Okay, Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, I wrote it, and then I call it Death Row.
Yeah.
No,
Death Love Note.
Stay tuned later, and then
we'll explain that.
We'll
later.
reference this bad joke later,
it's a great
and you'll
joke.
see what we're talking about.
The greatest joke.
It's a great show. Great joke. Not a
not a bad joke, just a bad time for a joke.
There you go. Or even a Saga, by Brian K. Vaughan. Yeah, yes, Brian K. Vaughan is a phenomenal writer. We all know that. But nobody in their right mind would publish, or Marvel or DC wouldn't publish Saga. He had to go the indie route.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, that's an incredible comic as well, with a very unique story. Super, on the other hand, I mean, it is a very incredible story, but it has this way about it, and I don't know if it's intentional or not. I should have asked, but it has this bit of nostalgia. If you were to read the old Spider-Man comics, and it's got this this level of cheesiness about it, where it's just basic. You're meeting the character in their human alter ego, and our person, our hero, is just a waitress.
Yeah.
And there's just really cheesy dialogue and stuff going on between everybody at that point before the super hardcore action starts happening, and it had this really nostalgic feeling. That's what you get from older comics, from the and it I'm sorry, it mixes that and then it modernizes it, which to me is really, I think, probably really hard to do, especially with new audiences and most people wanting to go to videos for for gratification. They just want videos for video reviews of video games and comics and movies. They don't want to read anymore. And then when you're actually sitting there reading a comic book, people even read digitally now, and you can actually get them digitally from Super. I'm going on for a really long time. Yeah, on Comixology as well. But the thing about Super is that, I mean, let me go ahead and break it down. I'm going on too long. I'm trying to catch myself on this. I'm going on too long. It mixes nostalgia, which if you love the old, Stan Lee, George Perez, old school kind of banter, you'll love Super. And then it mixes it with the modernization. So if you want something that's new, fresh, that you can relate to, you're still going to love Super, and it's still going to feel like an old school comic.
Yeah.
It's just great. And then the thing about it is that it actually has dialogue. When you get comics from the big two, a lot of times, I think with the exception of maybe even Batwoman, but even I think that's kind of guilty of it, you'll get a lot of pages that just has 2 or 3 word bubbles.
Yeah.
And I hate that. That was the biggest reason why I never really finished Final Crisis. I bought the first issue and I was like, oh, this is awesome, Grant Morrison.
Yeah.
There was hardly any dialogue in that whole first issue. And then when I even got We 3, it almost felt like an excuse not to write dialogue. So I was kind of done with Grant Morrison for a while until I started reading his old Animal Man stuff. But that was dating back instead of reading the current shit. But bottom line is, Super is a really incredible comic. Everything I've said before, it's just great. So please go to unlikelyherostudios.com. Check out their stuff. Check out their content. and you can actually see the first couple of pages for free of the first issue. And I think you can get all 3 issues that are out right now for like $5, and for a digital price, that's not bad at all.
In other words, stop being cheap. Go buy 'em.
Stop being cheap.
Go get them now.
Or if you are cheap, that's cheap.
yeah. Or be cheap and get them, because that also works. But yeah. They're good stuff. Good stuff. Sorry, I was posting something. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, I don't know. Just to wrap it up. Yeah, Super is a super comic. I mean, yeah, and if you don't read comics, you're like, oh, I don't like comic books. Like, check it out anyway, because you might find something that you like. Like, the characters are just so well done, and they're so amusing.
That was the other thing, is that the way it's also written, it's like reading a color manga, because just the way everything's set up, and it just has this kind of like. He even explained to us there's a finality to it. So if you're looking for, it's not going to be this continuity ridden thing where it's just like going to keep going forever. There's an end to it, and there might be a continuation for some characters afterwards. We don't know what they have in store, but there's a main proper story. There's a whole arc to this whole thing, and we still don't know where it's going yet. But it seems really interesting, and it just has that finality that mangas have. Whereas, like, yeah, they might go on for a really long time. Like, Naruto's, like, inching on issue 700. But it's about to be over. And once it's over, people are going to be like, man, this sucks. This sucks. Or if you go back to old mangas like Gantz and stuff like that. Or there was one I was just reading recently called Nozoki Anna. And that one just finished. That's more like a... It's like... It's not hentai...
But it's hentai.
It's like
it's not hentai, but there are tentacles.
It's like a no. It's like a college romance novel with boobs, and there's like sex that happens, but it always covers up like the dick and vag parts, and it just like it's all.
It just has like a fur. It's just like strategically placed right in front of something.
It's all suggestive, so it's really funny. We got some people here. Oh, it's the bro with the fro.
He survived the
Fuzzy
vicious hippo
nipples
attack.
in the building.
Fuzzy nipples.
Fuzzy slippers.
Yeah, did somebody call me fuzzy nipples?
We just did now. Unconfirmed. Yeah, we'd like to welcome to the podcast Fuzzy Slippers.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, man. So, I don't know. Yes, but basically to wrap up, we were just talking about the comic book Super. We'd interviewed the writer, Justin Pyatt, so we were just urging people to check it out. It's a good read. It's very funny. The characters, I don't know, just really good characters in the comic. And when I was sending him emails afterwards, after I told him about like the ridiculous amount of Icemen in the last X-Men comic, and he's like, well, the next one is like the next issue is 500% less, or 500% Iceman free, so... I just completely butchered. 500% less Iceman than the X-Men crossover. Yeah. Now that I've killed that, moving on to the next topic.
Yeah, totally.
Something I'm sure we're all excited about. Spider-Man 4, the 4th installment, because you haven't even seen the second one yet. But there's a twist. Andrew Garfield might not be joining them.
Yay.
Yeah, he says he's not under contract for another one, which really doesn't mean anything at all. Because basically, it just means that he hasn't signed a contract, so people are like, oh, he's totally not going to be in it, so he's gone, he's done now. But I kind of hope that is the case, because I don't like Andrew Garfield. And I kind of hope that they will like kill him in the third one and bring on Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Donald Glover.
Yeah,
Donald Glover.
That would be awesome.
Dude.
That would be badass.
Totally.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, yeah, because I remember Donald Glover had, like, mentioned something. I think he had, like, a comedy routine, and he was saying, like, he just kind of, like, threw it out there or something. Like, yeah, I can be Spider-Man. And people were like, you can't be Spider-Man. Spider-Man's not black. Well, he's Blacktino now, so...
Yeah.
So it opens that door.
There was actually quite a few people who wanted to see him as the new Spider-Man.
I mean, it's like, even if they just had him as Peter Parker, like, it would be a really interesting story, you know, and he's I don't know, he's a good actor, you know?
Yeah.
Mystery Team, anybody? Derek comedy, even before that?
Bro rape.
Bro rape, yeah. That was it. That
Big
was
black
one.
dildo.
What is this, sir? Xbox?
Did you spray Axe body spray on that? Yeah, about a can and a half. Yeah, perfect for Spider-Man. Perfect. But yeah, so I mean that's the whole thing. Supposedly Andrew Garfield's not going to be there for the fourth one, but I don't know. I think it's way too early to tell. I mean, we also don't know how the second and third one are going to do, so I think it's way too early to even be talking about a fourth one. But obviously, like nowadays, they wanted premiere movies like, oh, coming out in 2020, Spider-Man 4. It's like, okay, let me get to the other ones first, you know?
Yeah. Why don't you be successful with the other films?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you know they're branching out with the Spidey universe, right?
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's our very next topic.
Yeah.
They've greenlit Venom in the Sinister Six! So,
Venom, that's great.
Yeah, because the world needs more Venom. Yeah, they haven't said which Venom it's going to be. I guess if it's going to be Eddie Brock, or I guess Flash Thompson is now Venom or something. I can't keep up with all these Venoms. But you know, obviously, if Venom's going to be there, it's just a matter of time before Carnage shows up. But yeah, and then the Sinister Six. That's kind of a curveball because, like, okay, yeah, I mean, just give me a movie just about villains. It's just going to be them, like, on their off time. Like, Doc Ock is just, like, part of a chess club, and Kraven the Hunter's going on safaris, and the Vulture's going bird watching. Sandman's going to the beach, you know? Like,
he's not going to the beach. He is the beach.
He's the life of the party. He brings the beach with him. Oh, and what is his name? Mysterio. Just his life is like a failed performer.
You know,
David Copperfield.
You know who would be awesome as Mysterio?
Rey Mysterio.
No.
6'9".
Will Arnett.
I don't know who that is, but
he played Job in Arrested Development.
Oh, dude, that would be so perfect.
Right? He performed illusions.
It's like, your tricks are dumb. I'm Spider-Man. He's like, they're not tricks, Spider-Man. They're illusions.
Yeah, that's right. Tricks are for whores.
Yeah, tricks something does for money.
But still.
And candy.
Where did the lighter fluid come from?
And I could totally see Mysterio on a Segway just driving around. I'll get you, Spider-Man!
They should just rewrite Mysterio as Joe Bluth.
That would be the greatest, dude. If they just had Mysterio in his own movie and it's like Joe Bluth, like literally it's the same character, and he just like gets fed up with like being such a shitty magician, and then finally just like, I'm going to a life of crime.
An illusion.
I'm gonna make this money disappear.
Well, let's go ahead and cast it right now. Let's go ahead and cast Mysterio, the Sinister Six.
Okay.
So we got Mysterio.
All right. I want Jason Momoa to be Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, that's pretty good.
But he has to speak Dothraki.
He's got to speak Dothraki. Jesus Christ.
Let's see. Okay, who should be Sandman?
Man, I don't know, because I really did kind of like Thomas Hayden Church.
What about like Josh Brolin?
Nah.
He has a face for it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He just has that sandpapery skin.
Sandy vagina.
Old boy.
Young Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, but he does need a rebound after Old Boy, because I think that died in the box office.
Yeah.
Oh, was it that bad?
I don't know.
Nobody
no
knows.
one saw it. I think that was the problem.
Wow.
It wasn't even like, oh, this movie's terrible. It's just like, nah, I'll just watch the original. That one was pretty good. So, yeah.
All right, so Sandman.
What about Doc Ock? I think there was a guy, he was in, I think it was Spider-Man 2. Could get that guy to play Doc Ock.
Alfred Molina?
Yeah, Alfred Molina. There you go.
Now, I want someone with, you know who would be perfect? Rick Moranis, making his come back to acting. Get him that bowl haircut with the glasses.
No.
He looked like that weird little dude from the Lorax.
No.
O'Hare. We should get JGL to be Doc Ock.
That would be weird.
Really?
Yeah, man. Totally. I dig it.
He's too slender to be Doc Ock.
Yeah, he's going to have to put on the pounds with the donuts.
Donuts?
Yeah.
All right, fine. How about...
I'm still going with Rick Moranis as my
Julia
pick.
Roberts.
Julia Roberts.
I think Julia Roberts would be better as the Vulture.
Like her head bobbing back and forth.
Feathers flying everywhere.
If you're gonna go that route, you gotta throw in Sarah Jessica Parker to contend with that.
Oh,
the horse.
They could both be. They're just gonna be like Siamese twins that become Vulture.
Oh no!
They'll have to make her a new character and call her Horse Derv.
Oh,
Okay.
Mystic Pizza.
Who's gonna be Electro? So you can show them a world without power
And slow electrical currents.
and a glowing blue head.
I'm really curious to see how Jamie Foxx is gonna do.
I don't know. Like, I'm sure his dialogue, it just sounds so bad. Like, his Electro voice is so terrible. Like, I know people gave Christian Bale a lot of crap for the Batman voice, but it was, like, at least entertaining. Like, well, maybe Jamie Foxx's voice will be entertaining in how bad it sounds, but it's just, like, it seems like he literally spent, like, 30 seconds coming up with these. Like, this is my regular voice. This is my Electro voice. This is, like... Really? That's all you got? Like Mark Hamill, when he was coming up with the voice for the Joker, he literally drove around town doing the laugh, trying to get into character, just like trying to create this voice. And Jamie Foxx is like, I was drinking a beer and I thought of this voice. You know, it was just like, come on, man, you're a better actor than that. You played Ray. I guess that's why. I guess I'm disappointed because I know how good Jamie Foxx is, and it seems like he's just kind of phoned it in.
It does kind of feel that way.
You know, it just feels like he was just like cashing his check. He's like, feels good.
Jamie Foxx is gonna be Spider-Man. I make it do what it do, baby.
See, I would rather have that.
When was the last time you got pussy, man? Come on, be honest.
See, that would be Electro I would love.
The fine ass white girl you got there, and you at home, you around in tights fighting crime.
Spider-Man, I got one
Really?
question for you. With Mary Jane, the Carpet Master drapes. But really, like, if you think about
Girl,
it,
let me
like,
find out you dye that hair.
if he actually did, like, quip for quip with Spider-Man, is this,
Yeah.
like, that was, like, even more than his electric powers. Like, he would just frustrate him. Like, he'd just be pissing Spider-Man off.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I make the quips, Electro.
Yeah. Puts his glasses back on. Doesn't shave for like 2 days.
Wow. Spider-Man, stop besting up my meth
I'm
lab.
the one who makes the funnies. Say, baby, did you watch the Jamie Foxx show?
Yeah, right. My name in the title. I never heard of no Andrew Garfield
How
show.
old were you? 8? 9? I was 15. 7?
Oh, how many Grammys have you won for best album? Oh, I'm sorry, you can't even sing or play piano.
I was born sounding like Ray Charles.
Well, now, oh, did you go there?
Okay, well, with that, I guess Jamie Foxx earns his spot to stay as Electro in the Sinister Six.
If it ends up being that type of character. Or he's just like, I'm Jamie Foxx's Electro.
See, oh man, that'd be great.
Like, he should have just pulled a Will Smith.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. That's like your
Yeah.
thing with Will Smith.
Yeah.
Every movie Will Smith is in, he's Will Smith in this movie.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. I was thinking like, I also lost my train of thought. Will Smith in a Will Smith production. Somebody save me.
The Pursuit of Happiness.
I don't know, but anyway, yeah.
After
I
Earth.
think it would be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of what was that movie? Horrible Bosses. We plays Motherfucker Jones.
Oh,
Jamie Foxx,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that
he
would be
does.
like if he does a character like that, where it's just like
And that was
over
a
the top.
cameo character, and it's like better than what it seems like what he's doing in a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that would be great. Do you want to know why they call me Motherfucker Jones? One time I snuck into my mom's house, reached in her purse, stole her money, and I fucked her over. That's why they call me Motherfucker Jones. Like, couldn't they just call you Fucked Over Jones? It's Motherfucking Jones! Great movie, by the way. Love Charlie Day in it. Fantastic.
Anyways.
But I don't know. Anything else about Sinister Six? I know we're all excited for this great piece of cinema.
Throw Bane in there, and I think you've got a movie.
Oh, yeah. Who's going to be Venom?
That will be a delightful melody. Oh, who'll be Venom?
I'm Jamie Foxx's Electro. And
Rick
that
Moranis.
gives you power over me?
Yeah, I can shut off your TV and your radio. Oh, well, I guess you have a point there. Wait, how about Tom Hardy as Venom? Just doing the same voice. Spider-Man! You thought I couldn't cross your cinematic
It is
universes?
I, Edward Brock.
Strong quarterback and your nemesis. What a delightful melody. Yeah, I'm definitely going with Tom Hardy. I think he would be perfect. He'd add some much needed comedy in the Spider-Man franchise.
Oh man.
All right, well, moving on. Also in the Marvel universe, but in the cinematic Marvel universe, Don Cheadle's gonna be back in Avengers: Age of Ultron. Because the Patriot or the Iron Patriot or War Machine did so much in Spider-Man or in Iron Man 3. You know, I mean, he got his suit stolen, he got captured, he did kind of nothing. I mean, so I'm sure he's going to help fighting Ultron. I think he's going to be an important part of that team.
Yeah, maybe
His suit becomes Ultron.
Maybe,
think
maybe
so?
it will, and maybe he'll be trapped inside, and they're going to have to kill him in order to stop him, and he'll be yet another actor to make the noble sacrifice. Like, go ahead, just do it, just kill me now.
And then Terrence Howard makes his triumphant return.
Yeah, it's like
this time, baby.
It's like they impale the Ultron / War Machine suit, and like they know Don Cheadle's inside, and it just kills over. And then when they open it up, Terrence Howard's in there.
Yeah.
He crawls out unscathed.
I was Ultron the whole time.
That's what happens when you don't pay me my money.
This is what happens, Robert, when you don't back me.
Better yet,
But we're
like,
still cool, though.
We're still good friends, but I'm gonna fuck you up.
I didn't like that. Like, he puts him on blast. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's a great friend. I love that guy." You know, it's like,
But he didn't talk to me for 3 months.
Did he cut you a check or something after those 3 months and you forgave him? It's like, "Oh, this is the money you would have made."
He bought me a Bentley.
I was gonna pay it to my assistant, but there, you can have it. You know.
Hey, you want to go out for dinner? I'd love to, Robert.
How about some shawarma? I would have loved some of that. Son of a bitch.
Well, fine. You want to go for sure? No, I had that yesterday. Sorry.
You know what I would like? I need a little bit of Iron Man in my diet. That would be nice. Instead, I got to do fucking Snow Dogs 3 because even
Hustle and Flow 2.
Yeah, I can't flow that well.
Red Tails 2. I hated Red Tails 1.
I had to be in movie 42. You know what that did to my box office draw?
It wasn't good. It wasn't very good.
I could have helped you fight the Mandarin Chicken. You could have had me.
Mandarin chicken.
Then you teamed up with motherfucking Captain Planet. So I'm sure everyone is happy. Everyone who's not Terrence Howard is happy that Don Cheadle is going to be back. I just feel like he's going to just like murder him on set, and he's just going to be in the suit, like even when they're not filming.
Yeah.
And he's just going to be like, it's like, how come your voice sounds weird when you're in the suit, and how come you don't ever take it off? Like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm method acting. I'm getting into character. This is how I have to do it. And then at the very end, it's like he's going to take the suit off. It's like he's going to keep it on like through all the premieres until it gets like critical acclaim, then take the helmet off like on a press conference. It was me the whole time, motherfuckers. Now pay me what you owe.
Oh my god.
They're going to find Don Cheadle's body, like, just like all mangled. Just like he's like, he was a good guy, but I did what I had to do.
Yeah, he's really nice.
Don Cheadle's body was discovered in Rwanda.
Oh my god.
It was discovered in Terrence Howard's 3-bedroom apartment.
He was attacked by hippos.
Yeah, it was like his half-digested body was thrown in a pit of hippos. They went through bone like butter.
He threw him in the pit 300 style.
Yeah, he's like, he just goes up to, like, Terrence Howard just goes up to Don Cheadle. There's plenty of earth and water down there. What the hell are you talking about? Oh! Just kicks him in the chest.
He's like falling all slow, and then Terrence Howard just goes, "Hungry, hungry hippo."
He's like, he only falls like 2 feet. He's just like, it's kind of shallow. You just kicked me off a curb, you jerk. I'm leaving Hollywood forever.
You can have Iron Man, bitch.
And you sucked in Hotel Rwanda. Like, that is just mean. Never actually saw the movie, but I heard it was good.
Oh, no. I haven't seen
I
it.
haven't seen it.
I heard good things about
You
it.
just have like this look on your face, like, no, you did not bring Hotel Rwanda into this.
No, I had Imposter in my head.
Uh,
And I saw a part of that and was like, eh.
Yeah, man.
not
Speaking
not
of
his finest
imposters.
moments. Oh, yeah, speaking of imposters, our next topic, everybody loves Shia LaBeouf from his Academy Award-winning performances in Transformers, and, now he's trying to...
I love him from Even Stevens.
Yay.
That's probably the last respectable thing he's ever done.
That was also the first.
Well, there you go.
That's true.
he peaked and fizzled out.
Whoa.
It's like Many a Bright Star.
Holes?
That was after.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a porno.
I thought you were trying to say it came before Even Stevens. No, do you remember the book Holes?
I remember seeing the trailer. I never actually saw the movie.
Oh, okay.
I only saw the 3-minute preview again. If you're not a subscriber. Brought to you by Brazzers.
Brazzers.
But yeah, so Shia LaBeouf is back in the news. Apparently he made a short film. He even had like an explanation for like what gave him all of the inspiration.
Oh, let's hear it.
And it had to do with critics lambasting him, and he just wanted to know what it was like to be in the mind of somebody so depraved, some type of person that leeches off of somebody else's creation. And then it turns out that this said script that came from the heart was actually a comic book that he plagiarized. And he didn't just take the concept and it's like, okay, because I don't know if you've ever seen Dark City, but Dark City is very similar to The Matrix, and it came out a year before. They're similar, but they're very different movies. Now, this guy, they said that the comic book could have been a storyboard for the movie. Like, that's how similar. Like, he stole lines, like, entire lines of dialogue and tried to pass it off as his own. So he came out and he apologized for it. And the comic book guy was just like, yeah, like, I don't even know. Like, I had never heard of this, and then I saw it, and I thought, when I first read the concept, he was like, oh, yeah, this sounds, similar. Like, at least he's going to change it enough to where there's no, like, there can't be any legal ramifications. He's like, then I started watching it, and this looked like exactly what I had just created. But the best part of this entire thing, so it's like, okay, people plagiarize, and I like how he, I can't find the quote, but someone mentioned that he lifted it from the comic. And I always use a quote whenever people accuse Tarantino of stealing stuff. There's this one interview where he's like, I don't steal things, I lift them. I lift them and put them into my movies. Like, that's the same fucking thing. But the best part of this...
Do you even lift, bro?
But the best part of this entire article is that, so they're like, well, this really shouldn't be that much of a shock because this isn't the first time that he stole something. And apparently he had some type of apology that he had to make, and he even stole that. Like, it's an apology that Alec Baldwin had made, I guess, in an old issue of Esquire.
Wow.
And he stole his apology. Like how bad do you want to let someone know that you really don't give a shit, that you not only give like a public apology that you didn't care to, like, that isn't heartfelt, but that you didn't even write, that you stole from somebody else. It's like, oh man, this sounds like this guy really cared about it. Was it the apology
that Baldwin had made when he was publicly lambasted by his ex-wife for the phone calls that he was giving his daughter?
Probably. He probably took that. It was like, he just scratched out ex-wife and wrote in Transformers trilogy. I'm sorry for all that money I
funny
made.
if he did, like, he stole one of Baldwin's, like, inspirational speeches from, like, was it Glenn Ross, Glenn Gary?
Yeah.
You gotta have brass balls.
Coffee is for closers. It's like, Mr. Buff, did you just steal that from that movie? No! I love coffee and closing doors.
I lifted it.
Yeah. I lifted some of the phrases. You look like you lifted the whole damn phrase.
In fact, you just actually crossed out Alec Baldwin and wrote in your name, which you didn't even spell correctly. It's like, come see me in Nymphomatic, coming to theaters.
Yeah. Nymphomaniac.
Yeah, Nymphomaniac. Oh, man. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I had. I just wanted to bring that up. It amuses me.
So he's officially a fraud. That's what you're saying.
Well, he was always a fraud, but now he's like...
Well, see, I never knew that kind of stuff about him. I just always liked him from Even Stevens, so he's like, well, he was pretty okay in Eagle Eye.
Yeah.
He's got my thumb of approval.
Well, I guess for me, like I always said, I guess for me saying that he's a fraud, like he's been posing as a decent actor.
Yeah.
And really he's garbage. That's my opinion.
I mean, I boycotted the Transformers movies on principle. I had nothing against him being in them.
Yeah.
I was just like, that they don't look cool.
He didn't do anything for me. I saw the first Transformers movies. I didn't hate it. I wasn't like, oh, fuck that. You ruined my childhood. The 80s will never be the same. But I saw it, and I'm like, it was all right, I guess. Needed more Starscream. And then the second one came out, and I just had no interest. The third one came out, and now they're like, well, you might have not given a shit about the first three, but Marky Mark. And now I'm like, oh, my God, Mark Wahlberg. Oh, he's going to be a Boston guy, and he's going to be so great, and now I want to see it. And then I'm going to watch it and be like, this movie kind of sucked.
I want my $10 back.
I thought he was going to be Mark Wahlberg from The Other Guys, and Will Ferrell was going to make a cameo.
Planet of the Transformers. Pain and Gain.
Oh, he's all super buff.
Dude, that would be so awesome. It's like, they just like completely write out like Bumblebee, and it's just him and the Transformers just in battle, and he's just punching holes in Transformers with his huge steroid muscles.
And he's wearing like a jogging suit, and he runs into an apartment, sees Matt Damon, shoots him in the chest. And then he walks out, and the Transformer comes like tumbling through.
Ben Affleck comes up, no! And then he just puts on the cowl.
So it begins.
Yeah.
As a symbol, I could be incorruptible. What a twist.
And then he runs into Zooey Deschanel. It's like, what's happening to everybody around us?
Dakota Fanner's in the back of the car.
Like
Is it them? Is it them?
It's like the flowers are killing people. But not. Or they are.
What are you talking about?
Transformers. I was referencing his movies.
Oh, okay, well, I didn't know which one that was.
Was The Happening?
The Happening.
Oh, okay, so you haven't seen that one.
And then the thing with Matt Damon was The Departed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so you got that one.
Yeah.
And now he's departed from that movie.
Dearly.
Oh.
Come on, Optimus. You gotta let me fly. I'm a peacock.
I cannot transform into a
Like,
peacock.
what are you talking about, human Wahlberg? I'm the baddest boxer in all of Jersey. You gotta let me fight. Help you fight, Optimus Prime.
My brother's on crack. He keeps losing weight for all these roles.
You wicked, ugly bastard. My father, he drove semis, but he was semi-hard, too, doing it, I guess.
Someone punched the director in the face.
Human Wahlberg, you are smoking something. And then he just starts going, "Aww."
And then Optimus transforms into the semi, and then another semi drives up beside it, and then Jean-Claude Van Damme's doing a split silver on both of them. And they just ride off into the sunset. They roll credits
with that music playing in the background.
For whatever reason, I was thinking the end music from Mortal Kombat.
No.
No, the other one. The
movie or
the movie, yeah.
I don't remember the music.
The only one I remember is that one.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, I remember the scene with Sonya Blade and Kato, and she like does like that flip with her legs, and she has like his legs or his head between her legs. And for one, I was like, that's a good way to die. And he's like, give me a break, Sonya, and she just snaps his neck. I was like, oh, you gave a break because you that is good writing. That's comedy. It was beautiful. I loved every moment of
terrible.
it.
Early
The movie
90s.
was great, and this is the part where you fall down, all right? Because Johnny Cage is the greatest action hero / actor / guy to die in the first 30 minutes of the sequel. Greatest. He's up there with the dude that died in the first scene of Jurassic Park. May their memory forever pervade them. Anyway. Anyway, speaking of great actors, Jason Momoa supposedly in talks for the Man of Steel sequel. For those of you that are fans of Game of Thrones, you will know him as the Dothraki Horse Lord Khal Drogo. And people are speculating who he's going to play. Some people are saying, he's going to be Doomsday, which would be the worst possible thing that they could do, is introduce Doomsday in the second Superman movie.
Covered this last week.
Yeah, I know, but I wanted to go into it a little more in depth. But
fine. I guess.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
will.
but we never. I don't think we ever said like who we thought he was gonna play though.
Yeah, we covered it.
Okay. Well, who did we say?
Manhunter or not Dark. I said Darkseid, but they said Doomsday or Manhunter.
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter.
What about the Flash?
He's all fucking buff.
He can't even run.
You're not a I don't believe you to be a forensic scientist.
Why? Because I got these muscles. He's all knocking over all the shit that he's trying to like, go into.
Why? Because it looks like I don't know how to handle a micropipette.
Was that part of the character?
Yeah, I think.
Nah, I think he would make a great Aquaman. So
Bunsen burner.
Chemistry. Can
Forensics. Science.
CIS. So can you only say single words? Sentence
Arithmetic.
Numbers and science. Heisenberg. Well, anyway, I pretty much just wanted to bring that up to segue into another Game of Thrones cast member, Emilia Clarke, better known as Daenerys Targaryen, better known as Where Are My Motherfucking Dragons? Apparently she's going to star as Sarah Connor in the, I guess they're rebooting Terminator.
Yeah, I didn't know they were rebooting it. I just thought they were making another Terminator movie.
I thought they were making another Terminator TV show.
I thought that too.
Yeah, but I guess it's going to be a show or something. Oh, wait, hold on. I guess I should actually read these ahead of time. We'll just go with her rebooting it to make it a show. Because, oh, no. They are making a show and they're making a movie.
She got cast in the movie.
She got cast in the movie, so they're going to do both. Because obviously the world needs more robot killing.
What happened to the one with Summer Glau? Like, what? Why was that one canceled?
Oh, the previous one?
Yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
It was a good TV show. That's why it was canceled. It was on Fox.
Oh, okay. The Fox curse.
Yeah.
Dude, people should just stop pitching shows to Fox. Like, unless it's like a reality show, like, just stay away from Fox. Because you're going to have a very short life. Or if you only have like one, like a show that's only going to last like a season, you're like, we're going to wrap it up, season finale, that's going to be the series finale, we're done. Because, yeah, it's like every good show. Fox, I think the Fox executives are like, this show is really great, we love it. Now destroy it.
Yeah.
And they're just on the message boards, just like soaking up everyone's tears and anguish, and it just gives them power. They somehow like channel it into themselves, and it gives them like everlasting life. That's my theory on why they
pump
do
that
it.
into their newscasts.
They pump that into their morning breakfast.
That's what fuels the Bill O'Reilly show.
Oh, fuck it, I'll do it
You
live.
can't prove that. You can't prove that.
Cut his mic! You cut his
facts
mic!
about as many as you do, Bill.
Facts. We don't deal in facts here, folks.
It's a no-spin zone.
Yeah.
I just love that. Yeah, it's like people like watch that show that actually like think it's a real show, or it's just like it's called the No Spin Zone, so that means he's not going to spin because Fox News is fair and balanced. It says so right on the screen.
I forgot who he was interviewing once. Or not interviewing, but debating.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you do realize this is no spin zone, and you are just spinning a yarn of bull crap.
Sir,
and
are
the
you a
guy's just
top?
like, I
Because
don't
you're
know what
spinning.
you're talking about. He's like, yeah. Fucking yeah, you do.
He took him out back and started beating him.
Yeah.
Apparently, like, he's like a real bully. Like, he just tries to bully people, like, not only just like on the show, but like behind the scenes as well. Like, he's like, oh, what? What do you want, huh? You want to come on my show?
Takes his blazer off, rolls up his sleeves, tucks his tie in.
He's
Nobody
like,
pulls on it.
You know how like some like
Grabs a baseball bat. Louisville Slugger.
You know what? Now that you mention that, he sounds like he would be a perfect fit for Horrible Bosses.
Right?
Oh my god!
Because he probably
yeah.
is a horrible boss.
I can just imagine him though,
news
like
anchors.
you know, like some hitmen, like they'll get like tattoos for like every person they kill. He just rolls his sleeve up and they see all these skulls. Or better yet, they're like all these American flags. He's like, you want to be the next flag on here, buddy? Because I got space on my forearm. Like,
Got a special place reserved for Jon Stewart of The Daily Show.
Yeah, right.
It's all. It says O'Reilly Facto on there. He's like, yeah, that's a letter for every person that I really hated and I killed. Saving the R for Stewart.
Oh man, fucking Bill O'Reilly. But yeah, Terminator. I don't know. Like I think it's funny how like they did a continuation with like number 4, and like it was so poorly received. They're like, you know, we're just gonna start over. But it's like, does the world really need like a rebooted Terminator? Like,
I kind of liked Salvation.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't good, but it was it was fun.
It was it was.
You know what? It was free. I saw it on HBO.
It wasn't.
I was like,
it wasn't
this
fun.
is a good movie, man. I don't know why people hate it.
Okay, this is why people hate it, and by people I mean me. The whole thing is like John Connor. He's the savior. He's gonna be the person that destroys the robots, and that's why they try to kill him like 3 different times. He doesn't do shit. He is not important at all in their struggle. Like, he's not even a good soldier. He's not a good tactician. Like, there is nothing about this human being that would lead you to believe that he's anybody important. And even so, he gets like the leaders of the human resistance all killed just so he can save himself. Like, that's the type of person you want to put your whole faith in. Like, he's like, oh, they're going to kill Kyle Reese, so I have to go and make sure that only I can be saved, and fuck you guys. Because, like, they were going to, like, bomb, like, the machines, like, their main city or whatever. He's like, hold that thought. Let me save me while they track your position and blow up your submarine, and then we're in an even worse spot. But I'll live to see tomorrow.
Is that what happened?
That's exactly what fucking happened.
I guess I must have tuned out, or Jet was yelling in my ears or something, but I caught none of that. That sounds horrible.
Because I think there was like a kid or something, and that was like Kyle Reese before
Yeah.
going back in time. So
yeah, it was a kid that played Charlie. He wasn't a kid. He's like 23.
Well, he can play anything from.
He was
13
he was
to
in the
30.
Charlie Bartlett movie.
Yeah, he was old enough to go back and bang Sarah Connor.
He wasn't like that older dude, badass Kyle Reese from the first term.
Yeah, it wasn't.
No.
He was like this scrawny little kid. Like I'm that dude.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
cool.
yeah, they didn't have the guy who
I
played
hope your
Hicks in
mom's hot.
Aliens because he was a badass, and they should have had him instead.
Yeah.
But my point was that he was. I don't know. They just made him like they didn't even try to sell the idea that he was important. I think that's what bothered me the most. Like the robot human guy was the most like interesting thing in that whole movie, and his character was completely pointless. Like, I mean, they literally just threw him in there just to be like...
Yeah, Sam Worthington.
Yeah, they're like, well, we don't know what to do with this story. How about a robot human guy? Yay!
Yeah.
He's kind of worthless.
Like, he
pointless
wakes
in a lot
up
of
and
his
he
movies.
sees that Jeep and he turns it on, and all you hear is, I don't even like this fucking band. It's like, Was that Pink Floyd or some shit? Or Stone Temple Pilots?
Me, yeah.
But he was like, you know this? What is this? That's the part that tripped me out. Because I just laughed and it was like, what is this noise? Some kid asked. I think it might have been Kyle Reese. And he was like, this is music. And I was like,
no! The future
I was like,
is doomed.
really? They don't ever listen to music?
Uh-huh.
Like, even slaves made music, man, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you're oppressed people. You don't make music? Like, how does that happen?
They were all white.
The machines, the first people the machines killed were the black
They
people.
had nothing
now
to
we're gonna
pillage or
crush their
kill.
spirit.
Because there was only one black dude there, and ironically,
He was a drummer.
he was Common.
That was Common. Oh,
Common the
shit.
rapper.
Oh,
No
that
music.
That is very ironic. Maybe they broke his microphone. You will never rap again, sir. But I was gonna say, back to my point about the robot being completely pointless. No, he had a point. His whole point was to die to once again save fucking Kristen Bale's character. So everybody died just to save him, even though he did absolutely nothing but get people killed. So, and again, it's like John Connor, supposed to be somebody special, but completely not special at all. And it bums me out even more because, like, I remember I was actually really excited for him. Like, it's Christian Bale. He went off on the fucking key grip because he was that in character. And he's like, he went off on this dude just to make a mediocre movie. Like, just a bummer.
It's dedication.
It is. It is. I mean, just imagine what he does for a good movie. Out of the Furnace, Academy Award winner. I'm calling it now. Or
There
Into
you
the
go.
Furnace. Something about a furnace. I don't know. It's gonna be hot.
Into the furnace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the furnace.
Out of the furnace.
Out of the furnace. In the
Frying
furnace.
pan.
Yeah, that's gonna
movie.
be the sequel.
Movie filmed from theaters.
Starring Pearl Jam.
This movie is sizzling.
Oh, was that Pearl Jam? Was that what it was?
I don't know. I couldn't remember what you said.
I thought that was Stone Temple Pilots.
Okay, Stone Temple Pilots. Close. They will overplay them on 101X. But anyway,
Yeah.
So another Terminator news. So they're rumored that they're going to have Jason Clarke play John Connor. And I looked him up, and he's one of those actors where I've seen a lot of his movies. Like, I go through his filmography. It's like, I've seen that. Still have no idea who this guy is. So, obviously, he's a familiar face that everyone will love and enjoy playing John Connor. And I guess I don't know. I wonder if they approach Christian Bale and he's just like, yeah, I'm not doing that movie again. I'm moving on to bigger and better things. I'm an American Hustle now. I don't have time to be playing with robots. So
yeah, he doesn't look familiar.
Yeah,
I mean, he does a little bit. I thought it was the governor at first.
Oh, see, that I would get down with that.
It's his forehead.
And the beady eyes.
That's his canvas. But, yeah, if you guys look him up, I don't know if anyone knows who this guy is. If anyone knows the whereabouts of Mr. John Clark, please let us know. His parents are very concerned, and we would like to know who this guy is. This could be playing John Connor. So I can't really even give, an opinion, because I have no idea, what he's done. So, I don't know. I guess they're trying to... I mean, it's kind of cool that they're going to go with the guy that's more unknown. I mean...
Yeah.
I prefer that over, oh, hey, it's going to be Ben Affleck playing the Terminator.
He'll only be able to prove himself, worthy of the role.
Yeah, exactly, so...
With no, attachments of, this stellar actor. No one knows what to expect of this dude, so...
Yeah,
there's nothing to judge it on. He was bad in... compared to his Captain Jennick in Farscape... This is a horrible performance. Or as Ray Jarvis in those 2 episodes he was in White Collar Blue, the TV series that ran from 2002 to 2003.
Yeah, this is a far cry from Howard Ferp. In this paper sky.
I thought that said Fap at first.
Hi, I'm Howard Fap. And if you make a joke about it, I'll
and
kill
you probably don't want to shake my hand. But yeah, so I give thumbs up to that casting because I don't know. I that's what I prefer with most movies. I like somebody who you can see them as that character rather than you have to unsee them as, okay, this is Matt Damon playing Matt Damon in The Born to Supremacy again.
Well, that's what's interesting about the John Connor thing because nobody has any expectations for John Connor.
Yeah, that's
We've
true.
seen maybe three different John Connors, and
Yeah.
nobody has cared who has been cast as him.
That's so true. Yeah. Well, that's how important he is to the Resistance. Because if you're listening, you are the Resistance. So, moving on. So, speaking of reboots and remakes, they're gonna some genius in Hollywood decided, hey, got a great idea. Let's remake The Naked Gun.
No!
And let's cast Ed Helms. And for me, I like Ed Helms. He was one of my favorite correspondents on The Daily Show. But really, first of all, I don't see the point of redoing Naked Gun. Naked Gun is very specific to, Leslie Nielsen. It's you have, they're pretty much inseparable. It's I almost think of, that those movies are just a showcase for him. And there's no other actor that's like him. So it's okay... So you might be remaking something that's in that same spirit, but I don't know. To call it The Naked Gun, it's just garbage.
The only thing that I have for that is if they can bring back the magic of those movies, because nobody makes movies like the parody movies of the 80s.
Oh, I agree
late
completely.
70s and
yeah,
even the early 90s. Nobody makes movies like that anymore.
Yeah.
There's no Hot Shots. There's no Naked Gun.
Pink Panther. The OG.
It's just... So
That's
hopefully, if they do that, they can bring that back. But if not, Ed Helms needs to go jump off the bridge.
I will say this: that they're at least better than those garbage. They're not even the scary movies anymore. Now it's just action movie, generic movie title parody. It's just those movies are terrible. It's just okay, if this is better than those, we have a shot. So that's what I'm hoping for. So
when I first heard it, my initial response was
no. That's funny because that's how I first. Speaking of that, okay, because with the new Star Wars movies, how the whole thing was this is a brand new direction. Lucas. I say hold on to that because that's how you're going to want to respond to what I'm about to say. So, everyone's thinking, these are going to be great. George Lucas is not going to have his fingerprints on it. We're not going to get a Jar Jar Binks or fucking pod racing. Yeah. And then it turns out he's actually going to be a consultant on the movies. Precisely.
Why?
Because there is no justice in this world. That's why. It's just like I'm not even joking. Like my entire hype train just flew off the tracks and exploded into 1,000 pieces. Like fuck those movies. I don't even care anymore. It's such bullshit. Because I remember even before years ago, Zack Snyder had said his dream project was to direct a Star Wars movie, and I was like, that would be badass. Can you imagine the action with Zack Snyder?
Sucker Punch all over again.
Okay.
No, it actually does sound pretty cool.
Oh, yeah, Sucker Punch is a huge black eye. I'm not even going to attempt to defend that movie. To me, it's like, oh, God, I can just go on a whole rant. I'll just say this. When you take hot women and awesome action and it's still fucking boring, you suck. He should have just went on a sabbatical. He should have went and fucking trained with Tibetan monks to find out what darkness is in his soul where you can make a movie that shitty. It's just really I can understand it's making a movie that's not great where it's just a complete exploitation popcorn movie, but it wasn't even that. It was just I literally was bored and I stopped watching it. I'm I'm gonna go to bed. I'm bored. You put me to sleep. I'm gonna snuggle up with this pillow. I'm going to fucking bed because that movie fucking sucked. And it had fucking Vanessa Hudgens. I was all excited. Yeah, I've seen her in those pictures. Maybe she's also a good actor.
Prometheus is I can't even achieve an erection watching this. Zach, what have you done to me? I'm impotent.
I'm impotent. Look at what they're wearing. How does this happen?
You have a schoolgirl with a sword fighting a samurai, and you made it boring. It's he should get a Nobel Prize for being able to make something so shitty. It's just how did you do it? I want to know. Scientists are poring over this movie to try and find out what type of concoction. Did he have to sacrifice 1,000 virgins to get to just harness the raw energy to make something that terrible?
Yeah.
Zack Snyder, I really hope he cried himself to sleep. After he just finished editing it, he's just what if I
halfway through until you mentioned Snyder, I thought you were talking about Lucas still.
Oh.
He needed to go train with Tibetan monks. I agree. Well, I agree either way, but yeah.
Well, Lucas's time has passed. I just want Lucas to just, he made, what was it, Red Tails? Just go make your passion projects. Just whatever story you have in your heart you want to tell, go tell it. As long as it's not a project, as long as it's not a property.
Take your flannel and get the fuck out of here.
As long as it's not a property that already exists. Leave Star Wars alone. Leave Indiana Jones alone. And leave Britney alone!
He shouldn't do any movies. If you look at his filmography, everything that he's directed and produced, since those 3 Star Wars movies has been trash.
What about Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones does not count as the trash movies, but anything after that era,
franchises, but that's okay. I've never seen Red Tails. I heard some people thought it was pretty decent. I don't know.
I didn't see it, but I didn't need to.
Well, yeah, I have no desire to see it, but at least it seemed like some people that saw it were satisfied. This was a pretty good telling of this story, and I just like the idea that it was something where he really wanted to tell this story. No one gave a shit, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do it on my own. I'm George motherfucking Lucas. And my wife wants to see this movie, so I'm gonna make it.
Because she's black.
that was my whole guess. Where he was just my black wife wants this movie about black pilots, so I'm gonna black make it.
Didn't Spielberg do the same thing with Amistad?
Oh, really? Is his wife black too, or?
I think so at the time, yeah.
I don't know if he's still... That was his third wife. It's like every movie he's made, this Indiana Jones is based on his wife. It's and then I did The Last Samurai because my wife was Japanese. And then after that I did Schindler's List because my wife was Jewish. And then after that, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. That wouldn't surprise me. That would be pretty funny. Amistad was actually a good movie though, so...
Which one was that?
Amistad, yeah. Well, then again, Spielberg's actually a good director, so go
this
figure.
Is true.
Oh man, but yeah, I don't. Fucking Lucas. But yeah, okay. I guess I'll amend with my statement. Yeah, he can either just never make another movie again and just go swimming in his piles of money, or just make passion projects that no one's gonna be upset about because no one's gonna care enough about them. Except for maybe a small, whatever small. I'm sure there has to be a group of diehard Lucas fans that just trick themselves into liking everything that he produces. I think he calls them his friends. So those people can be satisfied that he's still out there. He's still in the game. Still making mediocre films for buku dollars. But yeah, just leave Star Wars alone, please.
Yeah, none of that stuff looks good on his IMDb.
Yeah,
it's all stuff he wrote, and there's like a lot of them are like the Legos, the Lego games,
Lego Star Wars.
Yeah.
Okay, but even those aren't even like writing credits. Those are all just like characters.
Yeah, these are writing credits.
Oh, are they? Well, it's just characters in the universe. I think that just means because it's based off of them. I don't think he actually sat down and just typed out or like.
Well, it said they're writing credits.
And then Lego Luke kissed Lego Leia, and he would later find out that they were Lego's sister and brother.
Here is director credits.
Dude, he can make another THX 1138. 1971's calling, buddy. Huh? Bringing it back. Wasn't American Graffiti? Wasn't that good?
Yeah, that was good, but that movie predates Star Wars.
Oh, yeah, you're right. After A New Hope, he had no hope. Anyway, so moving on from Lucas bashing, as fun as it is, because he looks like an Ewok. But, so in a little bit of TV news, the creator of The Walking Dead, or one of, not even the creator. Okay, so first of all, The Hollywood Reporter, this is the title of this article, fired Walking Dead creator Frank Darabont sues AMC for profits. First of all, the creator of Walking Dead is Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
This guy's not a creator. He was the showrunner. Now, I don't think he's even the show creator, but he's the dude. Yeah, I mean, he obviously got the show up and running and all that. But I think it's kind of a slap in the face to Kirkman to call this guy the creator when he's not him. But anyway,
yeah. So
obviously he was ousted unceremoniously, and apparently he's claiming that he's owed tens of millions of dollars
for what?
For creating Walking Dead. I guess Robert Kirkman better bust out his fucking checkbook.
Is that really what it says for creating Walking Dead?
Well, I'm guessing maybe it's the cost of like all the money he would have made had they not fired him. You owe me that, buddy. I put a down payment on a
I should go back to all my previous jobs. This is what you owe me. If I'd still been working there to this day, and I'll be back in 10 years to collect that too.
He gets credit for bringing the show to AMC.
Yeah.
But at the same time, season 2 sucked.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Season 2. Okay, this is okay. Because like this whole thing, like I was kind of skimming this. He's saying like he was
he's obviously verklempt.
But basically, he was fired publicly, and he's like, oh, they never gave a reason. But yeah, you bring up a good point because I remember like almost everyone that I talked to about The Walking Dead that doesn't still watch it. They stopped watching it in season 2 because of the fucking Sophia story that dragged on for like 6 episodes. They thought it was boring. Like, the show moves too slow. I can't get into it. That was on his watch. So, season 3 has problems, but the first half was really good. Mm-hmm. And then I think it didn't end well, but most people had problems with the ending. But it brought it back to form for the most part. And obviously, season 4
the second half of season 2 was pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually liked the ending.
The second half... No, I was talking about the second half of season 3. Second half of season 2 was great. I think it's funny because a lot of people that didn't like it were telling me, and they're all like, oh, man, it's too slow. All I had seen at that point were, like, episode 1 and 2, and then the season finale of season 1, and then 6 through, like, 12 of season 2. So I'm like, this show's great. Like, so I skipped, like, all of the Sophia stuff, and so I never had, like, the slowdown, and to me it was, like, a really great show. And then after I went back and rewatched, I'm like... see what they're talking about. I kind of get it now. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but I see why people felt like it was really slow.
Yeah, because it's 6 hours of just looking for one person.
Yeah.
Where's Sophia? Carl, you stay in the house, okay?
Carl! 20 minutes later, Carl, I thought I told you to stay in the house.
Every time when he says Carl's name when he's stressed or like, like really busy motion, it always sounds like he's about to take a dump. Carl! Carl!
Stan!
Carl, I told you to stay in the bloody house. I mean, stay in the bloody house.
Stan!
What's up with Rick's neck? Am I the only one that notices every time he starts to try and make a point, he's like, we gotta go in. He like starts twisting his neck, and he looks like a velociraptor to me.
Yeah. Maybe that's like how he gets into character. Like that's like his
eyes move to the side, and his nose just gets like extra protrudy.
And the worst part is you're still alive while he's eating you.
I was like, the worst part is you're still alive while he's acting the shit out of you.
The walker slices across your belly, spilling your intestines with 12-inch razor-sharp nails that the zombie had before it became a zombie. They're press-on.
Acrylic.
And he's just shooting him in the head. And you're alive the entire time.
I'm an expert on Velociraptor zombies, and I know exactly how they hunt. But I'm the one guy that's gonna get killed in exactly the same manner that I warn people about. My name is Muldoon.
Muldoon.
Just a tangent. I fucking hate that part in Jurassic Park. It's just like, he goes through this whole explanation. Like, he knows you're going to see one to distract you. One's coming from the side. And it's almost like he just, like, remembered right as it was about to eat him. He's just like, oh, that's right. I've been telling people this for years. Now I get it. Oh, God, I'm dead. Oh, it is the worst part. He's eating me.
You're eating me and I'm alive.
Eating me.
Clever girl.
Yeah.
You know, the time that it took him to say that, he could have just, like, moved
shot
the
it
gun slowly that way.
Yeah, like...
It's not like the raptor knows what the hell it is.
But doesn't he turn his head? Couldn't he have just pivoted his whole body and shot it? You know, like the 2 seconds? He's just like, no, I want to die with a memorable line.
Yeah. I would have been like, clever girl. But I'm more clever.
He should have blown his head off and then stood over it and put like one more in his brain and said, clever girl, but not clever enough. Boom!
No, it would have been like, no, keep it the way it is.
The other Velociraptors behind him still kills him.
Yeah. It should have been like, clever girl, and then shoots it, and then runs up, and then, but not clever enough.
If
then the other
Schwarzenegger,
two poured it on him and killed him.
He's just like, oh shit, oh god, again with the death.
if that was Schwarzenegger, that would have happened.
Yeah.
If it was Schwarzenegger, he would have just ripped the Velociraptor's head off. So don't get the head of yourself.
Your luggage.
You're extinct. I will use you for oil.
To powder my Humvees. The Jurassic Park is now closed for renovation. Remember when I said you were a clever girl? I lied.
Today is your raptor. Or is that a rapture? It was a bit of a reach, but I went for it.
Dude, Mr. Fantastic couldn't reach that far. He's like, almost. Oh, man. Should have been on Strix Armstrong's back on top of Mr. Plastic Man's back.
I'm dying of embarrassment on that, trust me.
Bloody good effort. So anyway, Frank Darabont, I'm sure you won't get any money. And if
You're not the creator, sir.
Yeah.
Pushes up eyeglasses. You are a hack. You did not do a very good job on season 1 and the first half of season 2. Goodbye.
You know, they should countersue him. They should be like, well, you cost us tens of millions of dollars. Of all those fans we would have had you made a better season. You didn't honor
People
your
still
contract.
hate season 2.
Yeah.
And we're just halfway through season 4.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man.
And they're all fans that don't even read the comics.
Yeah, those guys. Come on, who doesn't read the Walking Dead comics? I've read the first graphic novel. Anyway, in comic book news, let's see here. Marceline, the Vampire Queen, is getting her own
Marceline.
Marceline, the own graphic novel. Obviously, that shows you how much I know of Adventure Time.
I know all of Adventure Time.
So why don't you let the listeners know all about it?
What was the news again? Don't laugh. Just tell me. Tell me.
The Vampire Queen's getting her own graphic novel.
Yeah, that's cool. Who's writing it?
I don't think they know yet. I think it's just like, hey, we're gonna announce this.
Whatever.
Oh wait, no, wait, it's Kate Leth.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Leth.
I'm sure she'll do a great job.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's cool to me.
Being drawn by Zachary Sterling.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wish I knew who that was.
He's Zachary Sterling.
I don't know. To me, Marceline in the series, like, it's a really weird show. I'm not even gonna lie.
Really?
But there's like this whole like they kind of played into this history that like there's a history of Earth. Like there's a like when you look at the like when it zooms out to like planet Earth, there's like a huge chunk of it missing. Like someone bit into an apple. Like
fucking the textile.
The textile, yeah, just like that.
Please have a nice taste of that moon.
Yeah, just like that. It's like a huge crater. It's just a huge crater in the earth, and in
Funny
life,
Sliver's face just tells the story.
Yeah.
The complete wanton, just like confusion. Like, what are you talking about? And can I also have a bite? Because that sounded fucking delicious. Would go on.
Moon pie.
But a few of the characters, I think Marceline's one of the ones that's like she's like centuries old, and she's one of the people that were there like the day like the humans all died. Nobody knows how. Jake's is like the main character of the show.
Yeah.
Finn is the main character of the show, and he's the only human.
I see.
In the whole series. And so when people see humans, like there was like the rainbow unicorns. When two of them see him, they're like, "Oh, you got us a human? I thought they were extinct." And then they start trying to eat him. So it kind of makes you wonder, like, how exactly did the humans die?
That reminds me of Futurama when Fry gets the anchovies. And it's like ancient anchovies that they've had, and so it's like when he finally like gets them, like they put them on the pizza, and like Zoidberg like eats all of them, and he's just like, "Tell me again how they went extinct." Just like, we ate all of them; they're so delicious. So I don't know, maybe they pulled a Zoidberg and ate all the humans.
Yeah,
and they've learned how to cook for 40 humans.
Interesting.
Simpsons reference.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know. I haven't seen much of Adventure Time, so.
No, well, Marceline's like, she's a vampire.
Yeah.
And they don't really know how she became one. But her and there's this dude, the Ice King, that date back. Ice King's like a goofy villain. He'd be like Iceman if he was still like an ass clown, but evil.
Oh, I see.
But not really evil.
So a combination of the young Iceman and the future evil Iceman.
Yeah, but really bad at being evil.
Yeah.
Because he's just lonely and wants to have friends.
Yeah.
But he does evil things for attention.
But his heart
he
is ice cold.
He doesn't really do evil things. He just kidnaps the princesses and tries to get them to marry him.
Oh, I see.
Was it Despicable Me?
Shotgun Wedding?
No, this is Adventure Time.
No, I mean, it's like the same thing.
Oh, is that Despicable Me?
Did he try to get them to marry him, though?
Yeah.
That would be...
He just adopted them so that he could trick them into selling cookies to the other dude so he could steal the shrink ray.
I mean, as far as bad guys who aren't really bad guys.
Oh, yeah, he's not really a bad guy.
Yeah, okay.
So if you'd have said that, yes.
That's what I was
I
implying.
don't know, you lost me at cookies. I got sidetracked. I just wanted
Are there
cookies
here?
that.
Cookies.
No. There's cake. And also wings.
Lots of cake.
Wangs. Oh, yeah.
So anyways, I feel there's a couple episodes where it explains like the history of Marceline and Ice King, but I feel like there's a lot more that could be said. And then her dad's the king of the underworld.
Okay.
So there's a lot of stuff there that the show probably couldn't cover, but if it's in a graphic novel, would probably be a really awesome read. So I'm pretty excited for it. So that's pretty.
Are you so excited? Are you gonna add it to your pull list?
Yes, I probably will.
Putting your money where your mouth is, even though money has a lot of germs. So also in other comic book news, Frank Miller is going to be... Well, obviously we know that there's going to be a sequel to 300. Nice. Okay, well, we'll get to that one right after this. We just have breaking bad news.
Oh.
Don't break your leg over it.
It's all good, man.
Damn it.
Anyway.
Damn it. That was good. That was good, man.
Raptor.
So if you would have said more like prepare for the Raptor.
I thought I was. I guess I wasn't prepared.
So we all know 300 is going to have a sequel called 300 Rise of an Empire. We all know that we don't give a shit because obviously because Gerard Butler pretty much made the movie. So the movie without him is just kind of like, I don't know. It's like a cake without sugar. I don't know.
I'm sure he'll be in the beginning with his body lifeless on the
yeah,
floor. Like at the end of the movie, they'll just replay that scene.
They do have that in the trailer where he's just walking over him like,
yeah,
I did that shit.
They do.
But so basically to coincide with the movie, because the story is written by Frank Miller still, and he decided like, hey, I got an idea. How about I write a sequel to the comic as well and get more money? So the sequel to the comic is called Xerxes, So obviously it's going to be following the story of Leonidas. No, just kidding. Obviously it's going to be following Xerxes, I guess, how he acquired all that gold and all the tattooists, or not tattooists, but the piercers. They got all the piercings in his face. Now, I don't know what the hell it's going to be about, but I'd imagine it would be kind of interesting because he's like such a quirky character. Because obviously there's the historical Xerxes, and then there's like this dude who just like Scrooge McDuck would be ashamed with all the gold this dude has. Like,
yeah.
I wonder if his underwear
pierced to parts of his body.
I'm sure he has a Prince Albert. Just there's like a gold stud.
Oh.
Scrooge McDuck would probably be like, I would never.
Yeah,
never.
That's insufferable. He'd be like, silence, duck. I will have you for my face. Duck. Then he starts like rubbing his shoulders. Like,
I will put you in one of my telenovelas. That guy's like a soap actor too.
Is he? Well,
or he used to be, I think.
My favorite part is like the actual actor is actually really short, so they had to film it all weird to make him look all tall.
Yeah,
because he's like 8 feet tall. Like, it's like one thing for him to be short, like just like average height, but it's like, okay, you don't want him to just be like 6 feet tall or just taller than Gerard Butler. But it's like, no, we want him to be the size of a skyscraper.
Could you imagine how much different that movie would have been if instead of that dude playing Xerxes, it was just like Will Ferrell?
Oh my god!
Really?
Oh my god!
Naked with all the piercings and stuff,
dude. That
all pasty.
Hey, Leonidas, we're going streaking.
We're going to the Quadra Gymnasium. We're going with no.
He'd be like, you bring me this offering. This is a foamy latte. You know I get gassy. He just slaps it in Leonidas' face. I invented the piano key necktie and the entire Persian army. What have you done? Nothing! Just rips off one of his fucking nose rings and chunks it at him. See, this just to go back to parody movies. If they were going to make a parody
part where like he grabs Leonidas,
yeah, when he's like caressing his shoulders.
He's like, does that feel good? Because I bet it feels good for me. You like that, Leonidas? He's like, I don't like the way you're touching me.
That is the scene where I come from.
Where I come from, that there's the sin.
Even though technically the Spartans actually did have sex with men, but let's write that part out and blame it on the Greeks.
There you go. Well, they are Greeks.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think like there's actually a line in the movie where they're like, "Oh, those Greeks, those boy lovers."
You mean the Athenians?
Did they say Athenians? I could have sworn they said Greeks. I just remember hearing him like, that makes no sense.
It was Athens.
Was it Athens?
You mean the boy lovers?
Yeah.
Boil over?
Says it, the boy lovers. Boy.
With the entire side of his mouth.
Yeah.
It's like his lips are coming out of his cheeks.
It's like slanting all the way to the floor and then coming back up. Boy!
That's how Stallone talks.
Kind of, but that's just a lip thing, not the whole fucking jawbone.
And to go back to go back to your comment about Rick moving his neck like that, maybe because he's doing his foreign accent, to prevent his mouth from moving like that, he's got to shift his entire head and neck to take the impact. But yeah, so I don't know. Not really excited for the 300 sequel, despite the fact, just full disclosure, loved the 300 movie. Badass. Love it. The sequel could kind of give two craps about. I loved also the comic. The sequel could also give two craps about. So that's
I'm kind of excited, but I just hope they bring like the epic voice guy back.
He's back, but he's not. He doesn't. Okay. I think that's what initially like killed my enthusiasm, because I thought at first he just wasn't in the movie, and I thought it was like not even a direct sequel. Because I see what's her face, the chick that plays Cersei. Well, she's narrating this.
Yeah,
like,
Lena Headey.
Yeah, it's like, but yeah, he's in it, but it seems like he's in an even smaller part, or at least they just reduced his role in the trailer. But it's just like, yeah, like that's the only guy I want to see. Like, especially watching fucking Deadliest Warrior. Like, it's so ridiculous. He's just like River City Hobo and I, RP. Like, when we used to watch that, we'd just pretend like he's still that same character. And like when they're doing like certain episodes, like, oh yes, me and my king Leonidas, this is when we and the Spartans squared off against the ninjas, and then later against the Yakuza, and then later still against the 1920s mafia as they were bootlegging alcohol. You know, it's just like
no, see.
I'm Edward G. Robinson. Where are you going, Moses?
But yeah, so I don't know. When they didn't have that guy, it's like, you want to draw me into this movie, have that guy do the narration. No, no disrespect to, I think her name is Linda Haiti or something.
Lena Headey.
Cersei Lannister, close enough. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. No disrespect to her, but it's I want the voice guy. I want the narrator. I
want the voice guy too, but she was really good in the first movie.
She was good,
yeah.
But the narration, that's all I want.
I understand the narration.
That was the whole reason why he was alive. He was sent to live because he was good at narrating stories. And then he got to the second movie and they're like, nah, she's in Game of Thrones. She's a familiar face. You got a fucking eye patch. Just get out of here, guy. So, I don't know. And then with him went my enthusiasm for the sequel. So. But something that I can get excited about, apparently now it's confirmed, because before it was just kind of rumors, and then it was kind of confirmed. But Better Call Saul, the Breaking Bad spinoff, coming to Netflix, which is great because I don't have cable and I got Netflix, so I can binge watch the entire damn series.
Yay!
So I'm excited because Breaking Bad, the best show, no longer on television, and it's great. And I need more Breaking Bad in my life. And doing actual math is not a good substitute. I would not recommend it. So, Better Call Saul. I kind of wish it was. I do actually wish it was a sequel. Obviously, there are reasons why they can't do it. But it would have been cool to see what Saul ends up doing afterwards. What's his new life. But what's cool is they said that there probably are going to be cameos from Walter White and also Jesse. But obviously, it'd have to be in different capacities because they didn't know each other. Well, maybe Jesse did. Because he at least knew of him.
So it's a prequel?
Yeah, it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I know you haven't seen the end of Breaking Bad.
Yes, I have.
Oh, have you finally
seen it?
I saw the end, remember? I remember telling you the whole story, how it all got ruined for me.
Oh, okay. But you haven't actually seen, the last season, though, the actual
I saw the last episode.
Okay.
How'd it get ruined for you?
Because I saw the last episode, and I stopped at season 3.5.
Why did you do that?
It was an accident. I went outside with my wife while she was on her smoke break from parenting in the middle of the night. And she was watching the last episode. And you know what's funny? Because something told me to stay inside and keep playing Tales of Xillia. And I should have just done that.
Well, see, instead of you going outside or playing Tales of Xillia, if you were watching the rest of Season 3 and been watching through 4 and 5, it wouldn't have been spoiled.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say about that.
Maybe
it should have never stopped because it's an addiction, and it's not just a want to watch Breaking Bad. It's a need, and when you need something, it becomes a responsibility.
That's true.
So
at least you didn't have to start sucking dicks to see the rest of this.
Why would I? Have a good income. Jesus Christ, what's going on here?
Oh man,
you need to take that away from me.
So obviously, as you can tell, we're all very excited for Better Call Saul. I'm sure we're gonna have plenty of crazy antics.
I don't like Bob Odenkirk. He's not funny to me.
Well,
and even in the few parts that I had seen him in Breaking Bad, I didn't care for him. So
I'm sure
only got to season 3.
Yeah, exactly. What do you know, Mr. Oh, I only got halfway through season 3.
I don't like him. I don't think he's funny.
He is hilarious, and you will love him if you had actually watched the whole series.
You ever saw Mr. Show?
Unfortunately, I have, and it was terrible.
That show sucks.
I remember you always bring that up when you've mentioned that you don't like it. I'm like, okay, well maybe that's bad.
What was that movie with Will Arnett and Will something, the brothers Solomon? I think it was.
Solomon. What past two?
That movie sucked balls, and I think it was directed by him. So
well, that has no reflection on his acting abilities.
It has a reflection on him and the stuff he makes.
Except for his character Saul Goodman on Breaking Bad.
And he serves his purpose.
And to me, it's I don't care about his previous work because I just see him as Saul Goodman. If I saw him, I wouldn't call him, hey, it's Bob Odenkirk. But that's Saul Goodman. He's going to get me out of jail. You know, he is that character for me. He's one of those people where it's I don't know, there's a few actors where it's I only know them for very you get your finger off that button. Okay, the chick that's gonna be playing Sarah Connor. She's Daenerys Targaryen. Don't care. She's gonna be in Terminator. She's the mother of dragons, heir to the Iron Throne. But anyway, so I don't know. But you're missing out. You should really watch the rest of the series, even though you have the ending spoiled for you.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's all good, man. Huh? Blue Crystal, Matt, Fat Stacks, yo. This guy.
Whatever. I mean, I'm still going to finish it one day.
Yeah, one day. Years from now.
Finish it tonight, bitch.
I'm going to play Tales of Zelia tonight.
You've been saying that for like months. Like the entire 5th season came and went, and you're like, yeah, I still have no desire to watch.
I don't know, man.
All of it on Netflix.
It's literally like TV or games on my free time, and I feel like I'm more productive when I play games.
Well, I don't know what you mean by productive, but...
Well, yeah, but as far as, like, entertainment, like, it's watch movies, watch TV, or play a game. And games are the interactive part. Yeah. So I was like, all right, let's play a game.
I think you learn a lot of good, not only just, like, life skills from Breaking Bad, you learn good business skills, culinary as well. So, I don't know. I think that it's...
I think I'm covered on the culinary section. Thank you.
Yeah. But can you make Blue Crystal?
No. Why would I want to make Blue Crystal?
You're not as well-rounded as you thought there, buddy.
Like, I don't want to incriminate myself here.
I don't even smoke weed.
Well, Walter White never did any meth.
It's true, he did not.
He just made Fat Stacks.
But he smoked weed.
No, I don't think he smoked weed.
It was a gateway drug.
He did.
Thank you. That's what I was getting.
That was the whole thing. He didn't even smoke cigarettes because that was the whole thing. When he first gets diagnosed, he was like, "I didn't even smoke cigarettes, and I got fucking lung cancer."
It was the weed. He
didn't
couldn't admit it, or else he'd get fired from his teaching
He did not
job.
smoke weed, sir.
The one who.
But actually, had he smoked weed, he might have not got lung cancer. So, I think that's the true irony there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Because obviously Jesse Pinkman smoked a lot of weed and he didn't get lung cancer. There you go. It's open and shut.
Well, it's that whole, like, dumb idiot person that makes tons of babies and smokes and gets in trouble with the law is the one that never has health problems.
Yeah.
Because they don't give a fuck. They don't get stress.
I don't know. I don't know.
Do they move like that?
Yeah, like they're always on the turntables.
Jesse Pinkman was always
I'm on
stressed,
the ones,
though.
and this one's on the twos. Chicka, 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 chicka.
Anyway, so there's a new trailer. Speaking of grind, no, since the button didn't work. But speaking of Bryan Cranston, just gonna talk about the Godzilla trailer. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but apparently it's gonna be starring Bryan Cranston, David Stratton, I don't know, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Elizabeth Olsen, Juliet. I don't know, Ken Watanabe and Sally Hawkins. So a whole bunch of people that hopefully will all be eaten by a giant lizard monster.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Ken Watanabe. I hope he has an expansive role.
I hope when he dies, he looks up and sees Godzilla and says, "Perfect."
Why is Jean Reno not in it? He was awesome in the first.
Oh man, we're not even talking about the Matthew Broderick film,
Matilda. Oh wait, that's a different movie. he's gonna hand Godzilla a handful of grenade pins, and he's gonna open his hand up, and he's gonna blow up. He's gonna blow off one of Godzilla's legs.
Holy shit!
And then he's gonna end up like investigating the Louvre. What? Fucking what's it called again? Da Vinci Code.
Oh my god.
Well, anyways, Agamemnon searches for the trailer. It's going to tell you a little bit more about Breaking Bad and why he should be watching it. Because it's fantastic. The acting is great. You know, not only that, it's this riddled with comedy. A lot of it, I would like to give the credit to Bob Odenkirk, who we know Agamemnon is a huge fan of.
No, it really is. It's TV done right.
Yeah, it is. It's just like literally, it's like once you go Breaking Bad, you can't go back. Because I started watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and some other shows, even like Dexter. I started watching Dexter. And it's like, it's not bad. I can watch it.
That show's garbage.
But it's like, the writing is not very tight. And like, some of the acting is just
horrendous.
Not great.
It's pretty horrendous.
And it's just like, okay. Because like, when I first had heard about it, I had no interest. I thought it was like a CSI type show. And I was like, oh, it's on Showtime. Showtime should be like a certain level of quality. And I watched it and I was just like, not that great, really, you know? Like, it has an okay premise, but some of the stuff just feels really contrived. That said, I've finished the entire first season, and it wasn't that bad. It was entertaining enough. You know,
There are good things about it.
Yeah.
I've never seen a single episode, but
I would at least give it a. I would at least give it a try. I mean, it's not terrible. It's just like you're not gonna. I mean, well, some people have fallen in love with it, but then also
see that crying face Bryan Cranston's making right there, right here.
Yeah, he's crying because you didn't finish watching.
No, he's crying because you think Dexter's a good show.
No,
he's like, well, why would you say that?
I don't think he would care. He's crying because he's like, you didn't finish Breaking Bad, but that was my best performance since Malcolm in the Middle.
I've seen every episode. I've seen all 10 seasons of Malcolm.
Customer experience is the best form of marketing.
Son of a bitch! I hate you, fucking
Tube.
Yeah, right.
I hate advertisements. And Neil Blumenthal,
co-founder and co-CEO of Waybury Parker.
Blue Menthol?
Where did you get the extra A's?
I don't know. They're in my tears from Cranston's.
Anyways, continue.
Edge of Tomorrow.
But yeah, so he's crying because you won't watch his damn show.
Here it is. Here's the trailer. Here's the fucking trailer.
Gentlemen, you are being sent in via Halo Jump. Now, I realize not all of you have had hands-on experience.
So for those that don't know,
Uh-huh.
a halo jump means high altitude, low opening.
Oh, I thought that's when you hit space when you're playing the game Halo.
I learned that from Punisher Max during the Mother Russia story arc. And it's always just kind of stuck with me.
Productivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So maybe your real productivity is when you read comics.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Do it, kids.
Yeah.
Frankly, none of us have ever faced a situation quite like this one before. I would not be asking any one of you to take this leap.
Because I'm not going to take it with you.
This is how planes give birth.
Yeah.
It's all the sperm.
Where's
It's just
Captain America
flying.
jumping without his parachute?
Yeah, he didn't need it.
Because he sits there.
If I did not have complete faith in your ability to succeed. Your courage will never be more needed than it is today.
And they all died. Random writing in Japanese that no one can read. Mother hugging child. Soldiers moving ominous.
Ken Watanabe.
Explosions. People jumping.
Underwater. People
Startled
getting scared.
face. People running away from
School kids running.
Heisenberg crying. Some dude turning around.
That was Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's Maggie
Scarlet
Gyllenhaal.
Witch with her mouth open.
I didn't know that was Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Some really, really heavy fog. Still heavy fog.
Cloverfield.
Yeah,
And a giant velociraptor.
Cloverfield done right.
Gojira.
Gojira.
Godzilla.
You know his voice is trademarked?
Whose?
The Godzilla voice?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I would imagine so.
$1 million. This whole podcast is going to bankrupt. What if you do it bad? Does that do you still get sued?
No.
Dude, we should take a Godzilla movie and just replace every time he roars, just replace it with that.
Every time he opens his mouth. No!
That's the sound of a million Star Wars fanboys dying. But yeah, I don't know. It actually looks really good. I wasn't all that excited because I've never been a big Godzilla fan, but it looks like they finally did it right. I mean, first of all, you got Bryan Cranston, you got Ken Watanabe, got Olympus Olsen. I mean, you got Aaron Taylor Johnson, but I guess he can come along too, and other names that I can't really pronounce.
Quicksilver.
Yeah, I still can't. I don't know. I still don't get that casting. He was so bad in Savages. That whole movie was so bad. It's terrible.
Why is this so slow? Whatever.
Well,
I try.
That cleans out the pit war coffers. And with that, I'm Prometheus.
Oh, that could have done.
Fuzzy Slippers.
And this has been Straight
Outta
Austin! No! No, Jesse! I say no, and Godzilla roar.